demand to be let into the citadel.
Entrance is forbidden to anyone not... Who's that?
I am Gilda Crespin,
Loyal
the Queen's
subjects
former
of the
lady
King,
in waiting. My
in the
son
name
went
of
to
His
the
Royal Majesty, King Claudius, Sovereign of Nostria, Defender of the Realm, the citizens of this noble city, and our most noble and esteemed guests, we are to let no one from Montpatry enter Marcella, so as to more... full of suffering. Signed, Count Montier. May his will be unhindered. Furthermore, in the name of His Royal Majesty, King Claudius, Sovereign of Nostria, Defender of the Realm, all visitors from roads leading to the base factory are to be quarantined. Quarantine will be punished by exorbitant fines, and no one may enter the afflicted land. Signed, Archmage Cathor. May his will be unhindered. Furthermore, the forecast by Archmage Cathor, in all his mighty wisdom, the skies shall be clear for the entirety of the coming week.
Wait a moment. As I recall, you were sent by Prince Adrian. Isn't that right?
Yes. What of it?
There's this delicate business, and its resolution would serve the interests of the crown. Flavius the Wisecracker is missing. He's no ordinary man, but a courtier acting as an assistant to the king, the prince, and the royal counselor Montier himself. Flavius writes their speeches, you see, and the text of their decrees. That man handles words with the agility of a juggler. The magistrates find him very useful indeed. But Flavius has been missing for 3 days now, and I need him urgently. Business of utmost royal importance, I assure you.
Have you searched the taverns? He's probably propped up against a barrel of mead, gathering his strength for a new piece.
He's not particularly young. He recently mentioned he's about to begin his most significant work yet. He spoke of some inconceivable revelations. He seemed agitated as well. He was mumbling something about a swan song, a terrible truth, planning to visit some ancient ruins. I've known Flavius for a long time. Please, find him if you can and bring him back to Marcella. The magistrature will pay you for your trouble, of course.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem?
Someone once told me about the defense of Marcella. It'd be nice to read how it actually happened.
Fleur, I've never brought anyone to this place before. I want you to be the first.
Valmont, I do like you, but...
Oh, always the best.
That's a good view.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong? that blight nonsense too?
No, bless your soul. But it would explain a lot of things.
My dear friend, it pains me to see this. What's going on around us?
What do you mean? The epidemic?
Not the epidemic itself. Rather, the soul-crushing powerlessness. We replaced the crystal, but the man is draining away.
Hello.
I've seen you at the tavern quite often lately. Didn't you just get married last month?
Did you hear about the war in Lorien?
What's Lorien got to do with it?
My wife is a native of Lorien. When that whole mess began,
Who's that?
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm. And be vigilant. May his will be unhindered. Furthermore, in the
Welcome
name
to
of
Marcella.
his royal majesty,
Oh,
King
beauty of
Claudius,
beauties. You've stolen my heart. Would you like to go for a walk?
visitors from
A what? Going for a walk.
violation of the quarantine will be punished by exorbitant fines, and no one may enter the afflicted land. Signed, Archmage Capel.
Who's that?
The capital didn't change much, I see. Still having fun like there's no tomorrow.
Careful!
nothing wrong.
Shut up. Now, simple as that.
We must.
Summoning some pigeons.
Is that the scryer? Here of all places?
So how much is there? Will it last a week? Just give me some kind of estimate.
I said give me a drink. Move it, move it! Move it doesn't buy you a drink around here. Hey, you.
This place is still filthy.
Quit that cheating.
Wait, is that a chick in that barrel?
Stupid chicken.
Whoa, now there's a mark if ever I seen one.
Heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria?
We've heard
They must
all
have
the
caught a
same
traitor.
jokes already.
Shut up.
What do we do now? Oh.
They must have caught a traitor.
That's a lot of guards.
You have no idea what we've been through.
No entry. Order of the Royal Council.
But why? All I want is to buy food.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. 1 cauldron a day for...
Freshest bread in town. Don't be shy. Eat to your heart's content, friends. Come over here, Norman.
Hey! Why did he get such a big piece? I want some!
They're at it again. Calm down. Do you want them to keep treating us like pigs? We're still human beings. No one's taken that from us yet. Got it?
Refugees. It's like I'm fighting in a war again.
Did you come from the capital? Finally, they've thought of us. Creator be praised. Have you brought food?
I don't have food at the moment, no. Are you in charge here?
I'm Norman, a worker from the foundry. I'm in charge here, after a fashion.
Prince Adrian sent me. He'd like to know what happened at the mage factory. You were there, weren't you?
What's this? Another interrogation? I'm not telling you anything. If you refuse to listen to me, you can go to hell.
I don't know who you talked to before, but tell me what you know, and I'll be on my way.
Forget it. Look at us. Just yesterday, the people I brought here were the Mage Factory's finest artisans. And now everyone's avoiding them like a contagious disease. They've been left to starve outside the city walls. There's an official decree against letting them in. There's no way to get through to you, is there, you bastards? And since we're getting nothing from you except beatings, you'll get nothing from us either.
Surely we can come to some kind of arrangement. What is it you want?
Listen, I am not a proud man, but I am troubled by this rank injustice. Help our camp. Please, talk to Mercia over there. She knows what to do, but she's having a hard time handling it all on her own. Help my people, and I'll help you. I'll tell you all I know.
What is it, Goof? Didn't you get any bread?
Right you are. I'm starving.
Wait a little. You'll get your handful of soup along with the others.
May as well eat rainwater as that soup. I want bread. Your brother was no...
Yes? How can I help?
Your guests refuse to speak to me unless I help feed the camp. Norman told me you have an idea how that can be done.
My brother has a farm over in Rickville. His name's Garrick. He's a proper farmer, hardworking and thrifty. He could help us. I can't make the journey on my own. I'm afraid to travel on the highway. There are bandits everywhere, both around here and over at the old outpost. I can see that murderous brigands don't frighten you. Give a message to my brother. That's all I ask.
It's a long journey. But when I'm next in Rickville, I surely will.
Wait. Why go so far out of your way? I have a better idea.
Tell me. It might prove useful.
On the journey here, we came to an understanding with a well-respected countryman. His name is Bludgeon. He promised to get us food some days ago. But Bludgeon has yet to send anything, despite living right at the bottom of the hill. If you could have a word with him and find out what's taking so long, I'll reward you. I'll find something, I promise.
What does that mean, Goof? Do you know who he is, at least?
Sure I do. He's a very respectable fella. The whole of Floster Road belongs to him.
That man is a brigand, a thief, and a murderer.
Well, hello there. What brings you this way?
I'm investigating the Montpatrie disaster. You're a refugee, aren't you?
And what of it? I've got nothing to tell. I was away from the mage factory that night, on personal business. I was on my way back when I saw everyone fleeing as if from a forest fire. Well, I went with them, and I got in over my head. Now they avoid me like a two-headed leper. I should have made for Floster right away and told no one I was at Montpatrie.
I want to hear about events at the Mage Factory, not your personal regrets.
Norman's who you should talk to about this disaster of yours. He led them out, so he's the one they all listen to. The others might keep their tongues, but not that eager fool. He'll tell you everything.
I'll never ever forgive myself.
Yes.
How could I be so
Why didn't you go
careless?
get some? I can wait.
Mother dear,
I ate a whole bowl
I'm
of
so
soup
thankful
last
you're not
time.
here to
There's
witness
even a
this.
cabbage stalk left. What about you?
I'm so
hungry.
hungry. Do you know who he is, at least? I can't believe Bludgeon would ever willingly help anybody. Goof must have been deceived. How can you consort with that sneak? He's been trying to rob us of our land for years, menacing us, threatening to burn down our house.
How did you get rid of him?
My father was still with us back then, and he knew Centurion Prim. They were comrades in arms once. Prim restored justice and protected us, but like a huge, ugly terrier, Bludgeon could not let it go. Just before those poor fellows came, my father went missing. He went on a trip to Marcella and never returned. But I shouldn't waste your time with my silly stories. You're so busy. Just give my message to Garrick, please.
What is it now? If you don't have time for our
What does that
Did
mean?
you see Mercia handing out bread? Yes. Why didn't you go get some? I can... There's even... Oh.
That man is a brigand, a thief, and a murderer. He abducted
I'm so
my father.
hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day for the whole camp.
Nothing here.
Greetings, wanderer. Greetings to you too, my good man. Do you know what is producing those children?
The bandits have gotten way too cocky.
Hello there! Can I have a few words with you?
What do you want?
I can see you're a capable sort, and I bet you aren't afraid of getting in a pickle from time to time. I'm a wanderer, just like you. Gee, how rude. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Dwayne. I'm a famous treasure hunter. Everyone's heard of me.
Well, I haven't heard of you.
That's because I'm a wanderer, as I said. I come from Mercelin. I've been plenty of places. Visiting the elves in Marion, sailing to Port LeGrand on a leer.
And what does the famous treasure hunter need from me?
It involves treasure, naturally. I know of a find that will make us both rich. After we fight a vicious monster for it, I mean. I discovered a cache of valuables, you see. A precious amulet and a pile of gold. But evil is a Logi, and his gifts as well. I was on my knees, gathering the gold into a sack, when a monster crawled out of the dark and took a piece out of my leg. I had to flee. I got away with my life and not much else. Now here's what I'm offering. Bring me the amulet, and I'll pay 5,000 coin for it. Quite a windfall, isn't it? Dwayne, the treasure hunter, knows where the money's at. Get me?
A treasure without an owner, which probably means a trap. If I'm going to risk it, I need to find a way to unlock this. There's a lantern over there. I wonder why. Here's an odd-looking stone, different from its brothers.
My amulet. Give it to me.
So you're the monster from the ruins, huh? I was expecting a savage ghoul. Looks like that's not happening.
I never got to grow up. Kidnapper took my brother and me. Took us away and robbed and killed us. I drove him away and hid the amulet. Now give it back!
I'm not going to give it back just yet either.
A robber. A big man. He grabbed us. Killed my brother and me. Don't believe me? Find him yourself. Ask around and see what you find. Give my amulet back. It was my mother's and it's mine now.
It's so cold here. Cannot leave. Can't find him. Must have my revenge. Be punished. Punished.
Good day to you.
A fine day to you, too. There are ruins nearby just before the bridge. Have you ever been inside?
No, my good fellow. I am a traveler. I'm only staying here for a couple of nights. Why would I go crawling around old ruins?
Do you know anyone who frequents that place? Or perhaps someone I could ask?
You know, I once saw a girl climbing inside, very nimbly, over some tree branches. She might know something.
What's her name? Where is she from? What does she look like?
Quite slender. A local plowman told me her name, Agla, Ava, Ada? Yes, that's it. Ada. She's from a family of clay diggers. Or was it potters? No, something to do with clay. I'd take a look to the north. There's a clay pit under the walls of Marcella. That's where they work.
Thank you.
am I going to do with you, you silly thing? You... What do you need?
Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Are you Ada?
Yeah?
I've heard you're as nimble as a cat and enjoy climbing high places. If that's true, there's something I need you to do.
Yeah, that's right. What do you need? I don't raid birds' nests, mind you. But I can fetch things stuck up on a roof.
Try to remember. The ruins by the bridge. You were there yesterday. You must have gone there many times. Have you seen anything unusual?
Me? No, I haven't. Not yesterday.
Do try to remember, girl. A person's life may depend on what you say. Tell me what you saw.
It's been so long. It was about half a year ago. I saw a monster. A man, a scary man. He was leading 2 boys in there. I figured I'd go take a look at them. They're so cute when they're sleeping. And when I got in, I saw that man instead. He was sleeping so peacefully and holding a knife. I gasped, and he woke up and looked straight at me. I was so scared. I ran and never told anyone.
I think Prim, the captain of the guards, should hear this. Tell him your story, and we'll punish the evildoer.
The captain of the guards? Do I have to talk to Prim in person? All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Hey, heard they must have caught a traitor. They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads. What on them?
Yes? What do you want?
We have come to,
Prim, 6 months ago this girl witnessed a crime. Ada, be brave now. Tell us what you saw.
I was walking down the road, past the bridge, and I saw some blackberries, really ripe ones. I was sitting behind a blackberry bush, having a nibble, when I saw a man on the road. He had 2 boys with him. I could see they'd been crying. One was clutching a piece of jewelry in his hand. They were both fair-haired with a touch of red. The man had dark hair. He was dragging them towards the ruins. I waited in the bush until they had passed, and then went home. But what I'd seen gave me a bad feeling, so I decided to return to the ruins that night and see what was inside. And what I saw...
And?
Huh. What did you see? Don't keep us hanging.
I saw the black-haired man asleep, using a bundle of children's clothing as a pillow, with a knife in his hand. There was no sign of the boys. He woke up and gave me such a terrible look, I nearly fell down. I ran for my life. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not some tramp, you know. I'm apprenticed to Jackard, the master golem maker. He'll vouch for me.
What man is this, I wonder? Sulking Sven? Owl the Atrocious? Cutter?
He introduced himself as Dwayne. Says he's a famous treasure hunter. You can find him loitering around Market Square.
Ah, Dwayne. He really is famous and quite a nasty character. I have a grudge against him, and I'm not alone. The man swindled several people, but he's wily as hell. I've never had enough evidence to collar him. But now I'm going to arrest him at last.
Thank you both. You've been very helpful. I'll send a guardsman over to Jackard when the case goes to trial and witnesses are called. For now, you may go.
People in the lower town are uneasy. They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads. What a mess. I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One clover a day.
It's so cold here. Cannot leave. Can't. The amulet! My mother's amulet.
Yes, yes. Here it is. The very one. It's yours again.
Thank you. Has the thief been punished?
He's in prison. He'll be executed for his many crimes. I'm sure Prim won't let us down.
I can sense it. He's scared. He is suffering. Good. There's nothing for me to guard anymore. I'll come with you.
All right. At least Kirr is in good hands now.